We're at Postal Vision 2020 7.0, business not as usual. And I'm joined by Aaron Jackson. He's a Managing Director of Federal Services, is that right, at Accenture. And you've just come off stage where you've been talking about a whole range of things. And we can't go through your entire presentation, but let's talk about something really critical that every postal and parcel operator in the world is talking about. And that is, we've got increasing customer demands for things to be fast, delivered free. How can we do it without going out of business?
Yes, well, thank you. So good question. And I think that was the crux of the presentation today, really getting to this new delivery reality. And how are we leveraging things in the marketplace and trends that are going on to get where we can offer that high personalization, fast and free delivery without driving the cost through the roof, right? So we focus on a lot of things, but the three main technologies that I think we hit on today and that we see are key. One is artificial intelligence. The second one is a product that we've developed called the customer genome, which is essentially understanding customer information and putting together almost the DNA of a customer that allows us to predict what's going on, but also understand the why behind the customer behavior. And then the third one being autonomous delivery, and with cars as well as in the air with drones. So the convergence of those three things, artificial intelligence to get to where you're predicting delivery, you're able to drive cost out of your network, drive up efficiencies where you're doing deliveries more at the last mile, understanding more about the customers. There's new data sources that are in the market. And then again, learning as you grow to drive those costs out and deliver more of that personalization. So those three together, I think, are all converging at the same time. We're seeing huge advancements in those three areas. And obviously with the autonomous delivery, that's really a huge cost play, right? The amount of cost that you can drive out of the network. Our research shows that 60% of the cost of delivery is in that last mile. So where you're using drones and you're able to test out those different delivery mechanisms, you don't have a driver, it's more of a 24/7 network, that's going to really drive those costs down.
Well, I was going to come back to drones at the end, but you've just been talking about it now. Anybody who listens to the Postal Hub podcast will know my skepticism when it comes to drone delivery. But what are some of the figures? What is the actual cost if you're going to look at drone delivery? I mean, are there real cost data available?
Yeah, I think, and I hear you, and I know, as I look at the news a few years ago, and Domino's and others are talking about delivering your pizza with drones and the package delivery, and it's hard to envision this place where there's all these drones flying around and they're dropping off packages and dropping off pizzas. I think what we're seeing is the big companies, the Ubers, the Googles, they're investing in it, right? And I think that's always a good sign. And I think it's coming, right? And I think I talked about it in the presentation today, but a few years ago, we were predicting that autonomous vehicles would be there by 2025. That's now changed to where we're saying 2020. And there's some that are saying it's going to be more like 2018, 2019 for the cars, and drones are going to be after that. And I think where you've got big folks investing in this space and knowing what it can do to that cost cutout, I think it's going to continue. I think someone's going to figure out the regulations. We're going to get it sorted out, and you're going to see those two things. In terms of specific cost takeout on the drone side, we, Accenture, through our research, are estimating, with different delivery hubs and using drones to deliver, we could get to a 74 cents on delivery in that last mile, which is just well under anything that you can do outside of drones today. And in China, JD.com, the number 2 retailer behind Alibaba, is doing this today, right? They've got drones in the marketplace. They've got, limited area, and they're testing it out. But they are saying that they're able to do it for 8 cents, right? So if you start thinking about those kind of numbers, it might be 8 cents, it might be 50 cents, it might be 75 cents. We'll see where it is. But what that'll do and the ability to drive the cost out, as well as, and we talked about it today, some of the cool personalization things you can do, where alternate delivery locations, where we're seeing a lot of the millennials are expecting that. You should know where I am during the day. That's my new expectation. And if I want it delivered at my office, at my home, if I'm out and about, if I'm visiting someone else, why can't you reroute your...
There's a drone following you around.
A drone following you around all day. And it's
Aaron, turn around.
Exactly.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Pick up your parcel.
Yeah, I just ordered something from Amazon. We're going to drop it at my feet. But,
look out.
Yeah. So I hear your skepticism. Part of me sees it too, but just everything that we're seeing points to it's going to happen. it's just going to be a huge disruptor, and it's going to drive so much of this cost out. And whoever figures it out and where they figure it out, that's going to be, the winning team, and that's why you see so much investment in it.
Let's wrap up with one final question. PostalVision2020 itself, the conference, what are your initial impressions? What makes it sort of stand out from some of the other postal conversations we have in the conference world?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. And I think just some of the presentations and some of the folks that we have here, the interest in this environment and in this, this industry, you got some really smart individuals out there that have spent a long time looking at this. And I think everybody is looking at what's changing. I think the title this year, Business Not As Usual, right? So it's not kind of the traditional, everything's going on, everything's spiking, and we're seeing those spikes in the last couple of years. So it's cool. It's cool to be part of it. You mentioned I'm a managing director in our federal services practice. I've spent almost 2 decades with the U.S. Postal Service.
And live to tell the tale.
Yeah, exactly, and still enjoy it. So this is something I enjoy. It's something I like. And me being an engineer, it's figuring out where this technology is going to come into play, to really change the game when it comes to, to postal delivery and things like that. So cool conference for me to be at, and great to be with this group of folks that is here.
Aaron Jackson from Accenture, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.